LTTV, Blunt Talk with LT, back at it with another video. All right, so today we got a reaction from Joe Rogan. It's a clip from the Joe Rogan podcast. He was doing a fight companion with Brendan Schaub, Eddie Bravo, and Brian Callen. So we're going to react to this. They're speaking up on behalf of Andrew Tate, who's recently been deplatformed. And let's get into this one.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
I'm never on my phone.
I can't even tag you on Instagram.
No.
In the post today to let everybody know the fight companion.
There's shadow ban and then there's Eddie ban. Oh no, they're ready. I can't follow people. They won't allow me to follow anybody.
Another fight companion.
There's shadow ban and then there's Eddie ban. Oh no, they're ready. I can't follow people. They won't allow me to follow anybody. Well, that's how loud it is. I have students that think I'm a dick. Why would you follow? Yeah, I'm like, I'm trying to follow you.
Well, maybe
I'm
try to lay off on you.
I have to make videos. I do screenshot video. I go, look, boom. And I go back. Look, it says follow. Now you're following. Then I go off the page and I go back, follow back. I press it. And I go off the page, and then I go, look, it keeps going back to follow back.
Maybe don't call it a scandemic, etc. You're going to rouse the powers that be.
Why can't they warn me? They send me shit, and they go, you keep talking this shit, we're about to pull your fucking... They warn me.
Somebody likes you there, because at least you're not Andrew.
You're about to get to the Andrew Tate segment of this, but it shows they control the message and the narrative. They don't want people influenced by certain people because of their message. It shows that they're trying to control the influence. They could give any excuse, but the problem is there's too many people that have been canceled and deplatformed. So their excuses are getting very weak, and then they try to paint the person as the devil, the worst person in the world. So other people get on their platform and start lying through their teeth like Ethan Klein. But we're going to get into that shortly. Let's get it.
They warn me. They send me shit and they go, you keep talking this shit, we're about to pull your fucking... They warn me.
Somebody likes you there, because at least you're not Andrew Tate. Like, they seize his assets. They seize his financial banking.
He was saying things about women that he was saying that, like... What did he say that specifically got them triggered? Well, it was basically saying misogyny. Look, he plays... Part of it is like a character, and part of it he's a legit... world champion kickboxer who's a hard man.
So I was telling these guys.
Who doesn't buy any pussy bullshit. And that's what's resonating with young people.
And he's also pro-Trump.
The worry is that he is going to... The kids are going to listen to him because he's big on TikTok. My 12-year-old and my 14-year-old asked me about Andrew Tate.
And what'd you say? What'd you say?
I said he's a legit world champion kickboxer. I go, I like him a lot. Why do you like him? And I was asking him. And they said he says a lot of funny stuff on Twitter and TikTok. It's the TikTok thing, because the TikTok algorithm. He did something where he started something where you like join his group, and then you're supposed to like post stuff.
It's brilliant. That's how he gets followers, but also gives you a page.
He blew up.
Yes,
he blew up.
We're gonna cover that on another upload. It's the Tate University. It's a great marketing strategy where he used affiliate marketing, and people were getting in on the money via sharing his stuff on TikTok and other social media platforms. It's just good to see other people, other content creators speak about the deplatforming and the absolute fuckery that we're seeing. Regardless of if you like the person, if you agree with their takes, we don't care. It's strictly what's going on, and it's getting completely out of line. What's going on with this?
Because he's a brilliant man.
Yeah.
My thing is with the left who wants to cancel him and take him away. And they're like, we shouldn't look up to that. Okay, then who should we look up to?
Joe Biden.
Who do you want to fill in for that?
But also, it's not...
That's what it always comes down to. You shouldn't look up to this person. You shouldn't listen to this person. You shouldn't be influenced by this person. They're trying to control the influence. They want to control everybody's mind, and anybody that gets you out of that control, nope, canceled.
Their job to just say, hey, this guy's a danger to young men. What are you talking about? Like a lot of times he was talking about how he says, become a high value person, man or woman, and don't fuck with people who are low quality.
He fucked up with the misogynist.
Yes.
Because if he didn't do that, if he just did the pro male stuff,
he'd been all right.
And pro accountability and pro discipline stuff, and You know, he has this post. He goes,
The message wouldn't have got as
the way I
far.
think in the morning, how I feel has no bearing on what I do. He goes, I do everything I'm supposed to do. He goes, I get up. He goes, if I don't feel good, I still work out.
Of course.
He goes, I still work. I still go. I do everything I'm supposed to do because that's how you get ahead in this life. If you just concentrate entirely on your feelings, you're never gonna fucking get anywhere.
Correct.
And that's true, and that's a good lesson for people to learn. The problem is the other shit. There's a video of him. I don't know what the context of the video is. He's like
Hitting that girl?
No,
Yeah.
that was consensual. And by the way,
But what was it?
She came out and said they were both into this role playing shit. So both of them, she came out and she was like, "That's what we're into."
Out of context, though, like I'll be honest, me and Bert
sure.
Kreischer were doing a companion.
I didn't see it.
And it just came out. Me and Bert watched it. I was like, Jesus Christ, what's he doing? We didn't have context. I'm like, that ain't good, man. He's fucked. But then once you realize she comes out and she's like, no, hold on. That's what we're into. That we both agreed to that.
Yes.
It's like, well, to each their own. If
Right.
that's what you want to do.
Right.
I
now,
don't agree
why
with
is
it.
that bad? But there's all these videos that I've laughed my ass off at dudes ball gagged, like CEOs
I've not seen that.
tied behind their back,
Or
getting
getting
their nuts kicked.
yeah, their nuts kicked. Yeah, that's okay.
That's somehow or another okay.
Exactly.
But it's because the guy is the powerful one.
Correct.
And the guy has allowed the woman to do that to him.
Yeah.
Whereas the woman just seems like she's getting
She has
beaten
no
up.
choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she said she had a choice, apparently you're saying.
That's apparently what I'm hearing.
Yeah. She came
But
out.
he did a lot of good things. Then some of it was a lot, even for. But still, he should still have a voice.
Isn't that one of the things you do when you're trying to push the envelope? You
Yes.
fuck up and you say things you shouldn't have said.
Correct.
And this is the thing about like trying to be controversial and trying to get a lot of eyes on you.
Sometimes you go over too much.
Yeah.
And they
I
took
thought
all
your
the shit.
thing with
He's wild.
would you ever have
kid.
Tate on your podcast?
It's a conversation, right?
You know,
Especially now.
you know who gave him, like, literally who brought him on the scene? I knew him from kickboxing and was aware of him for years, but really who put him on the scene is Tom Segura.
Really?
They don't give Tom enough credit. Not that he needs any more credit, he's fucking crushing it, but Tom really put him on the scene with, our crew. Like, Tom's the first one brought him on.
Tom, yeah, I'm on your mom's
Yeah,
house like
Tom-
a year ago.
I just thought he
almost
was
longer,
funny.
yeah.
I thought some of the stuff he was saying on his TikTok stuff or whatever.
But
was
the best is Christina P's there, and she's like, so if I'm a dumb bitch. Because you know how he talks, and she's
Yeah.
like, okay, so I'm a dumb bitch. It's so funny, dude.
But he did get kind of canceled for
Well,
just
I
talking.
think he's on Rumble now.
Yeah, he's okay.
They took him over to Rumble,
That-
which is, but it severely limits the amount of stuff you can have out there. Is he banned from YouTube? I don't
Yes.
believe.
Yes.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. Everybody's going over to Rumble because you're not censored, but the reach on Rumble, you're not getting the exact same amount of ears. So a lot of people are reluctant to go over there because they want to get heard at the end of the day. But it's a good alternative.
YouTube too. Wow.
Yep, and they seized his assets. So
They seize his ass, but it severely limits the amount of stuff you can have out there. Is he banned from YouTube? I don't
Yes.
believe.
Yes.
Is he?
yeah,
Yes.
YouTube too. Wow.
yep, and they seized his assets. So
Come on,
They,
man.
they canceled his. So if you listen to him on Tucker Carlson, his ability to his domain name,
Monetize.
and
So
all
low.
his ability to
They
monetize
took it
it,
away.
and his ability to do transactions with certain platforms.
'cause he had a whole school,
is
like the
gone.
man school. They took it
So
all
I
away.
think I don't know if it was PayPal, but something like that. Whatever he was doing transactions,
They seized
that
it.
he's no longer allowed to use those platforms.
And this
It's
should
a
be
really
this should be
bad
scary for
thing.
everybody, because my
Very
thing is,
scary.
and now that on Finding a Kid or even on my other million shows I do, we talk about COVID or whatever, or Newsom or something like that. Once you're not playing that ball game, like they're suppressing everything, man.
Well, you
Yep.
don't get monetized, right?
They demonetize Finding a Kid all the. I have to deal with it all the time.
Yeah.
King of Sing all the time.
When you say the wrong shit, they will not only demonetize you, they will shoot it out to less people, so you'll get way less impressions than your average video. And you're like, wait a minute, what's going on? It's because their videos aren't reaching. People have to legitly go to your channel and seek out the videos because some of them are being suppressed. So sometimes when you don't see videos for a period of time, check out a channel and see, okay, it might be getting suppressed, and you might stumble upon some shit that you wanted to see, but the algorithm ain't showing you it. Wow, why am I struggling? What's going on? What's going on with this?
Because we're gonna talk shit, man. But we're having
There we
fun.
go.
But if it's not part of the agenda, they're suppressing everything.
If you talk
I do.
steroids, if you talk any of that stuff.
Anything, but I have to deal with it all the time.
Yeah.
King of Sing all the time. Because we're gonna talk shit, man. But we're having fun. But if it's not part of the agenda, they're suppressing everything.
If you talk
I do.
steroids, if you talk any of that stuff.
Anything. But my whole thing with that is there has to be another. There has to be somewhere else we can go where they're not gonna do that. That gets as big
Rockford.
as. No, they're not big enough.
Oh, you want like giant?
Any big boys. Because that's how I sell my tickets on the road.
Well, see with Rumble.
Oh, hold on. They're gonna get to Rumble.
No, we're
My
not
bad,
gonna do
y'all.
that.
I'm about to make a point.
It's as big as-
Let them breathe
No,
real
they're not
quick.
big enough.
Oh, you want like giant numbers.
Any big boys. Because that's how I sell my tickets on the road.
Well, see with Rumble though, they're getting bigger people over there now, and as they get bigger and bigger people, they made a big play for me when all that shit was going down with
Really?
me. Yeah, they offered me $100 million to
And they went for...
go over to Rumble, but Spotify never did anything. They stayed with me the entire time.
yeah,
This is the thing about Rumble and other platforms. These other platforms need to get large enough where they have apps, and the apps need to be compatible for Xbox, PlayStation, any other type of thing where people are generally consuming content. Because if it's isolated in its own corner and it's not readily available and it's more like a website, then people aren't going to be successful taking their platforms off of these platforms that are censoring them. You need a platform where the reach is still going to be there, so you can survive by making your money financially, and you got to be able to bring money into the business to put out the product. And a lot of the fans and the casuals don't actually understand that, but it needs to be making some sort of money. These aren't hobbies. Let's get it.
When all that shit was going down with
Really?
me. Yeah, they offered me $100 million to
and they went for...
go over to Rumble, but Spotify never did anything. They stayed with me the entire time.
Yeah, I love Spotify for that.
But
The way
they're-
they've treated you,
they're great.
I was a little dicey on Spotify, and then once you went over, how they've treated you, I'm like, I love Spotify.
They're great. They're great. And Daniel Ek, the CEO, had a great saying. He goes, "I'm not going to censor rappers either. I'm not going to censor some of the things they say."
How far should we go?
If you go back and if you just go back and listen to early NWA, it's wild shit.
Or Eminem, for that matter.
Or
What are you talking about?
there's so many lyrics of so many songs, not just rap songs, that are
It's
people
never
would
ending.
find questionable, or problematic, they'd have an issue with.
I would go over there though. Bring everything if they got big enough. I think because they offer Tim Dillon too, right?
I think they're doing something with Russell Brand, or they're trying to.
What is Rumble? Who started it?
I love Russell Brand.
I'm not exactly who started it. Not exactly sure. I know Dave Rubin's part of it, but I don't know exactly who
we know
started
He's
it.
coming. He's coming
No,
on.
no, Dave.
podcast.
I'll talk to
Coming on-
Dave.
They're
coming up on a
starting
kid.
to do some stuff where they're getting bigger and bigger names, and if they do that and it becomes popular enough, and they can operate the way they're doing it right now with no censorship, it's a
Shit
very
can blow up
interesting.
so quick.
Yeah,
Like, Rumble
yeah.
overnight could be.
I would.
It
move
can
I'm
be.
just,
Just boom.
Yeah.
Overnight.
I have 8 shows. Not bad. I would move all my shit there if it was worth it.
I think
Facts.
you move. Just have it there too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And,
The problem
just in
is,
case.
it's like it's not widespread with a lot of people yet. But if someone big went over there, like
Correct.
think about how many people Russell Brand has. If Russell Brand, I think he's got like 6 million YouTube followers now. If he goes over there, he's already giant on
Starts
YouTube.
an influx.
And he goes over there and everyone knows, and they just go to Rumble. It's just a different click you have to do.
Yeah,
it's not that
exactly.
big a
People
deal.
aren't
just like
loyal
that,
to
it can
YouTube.
happen. Like
They're not loyal.
If Rumble is basically like YouTube, but they don't censor
Censor.
people and they don't cancel.
That's what I need.
Is that all it is?
It's essentially they're committed to having a free speech platform. The problem with that is when people hear that, they go, "Oh, right wing! Oh, you're a MAGA supporter." They like immediately think that.
know.
Right.
But no, Tulsi Gabbard's over there. Glenn Greenwald is over there.
Dude,
he's about as
Tulsi's awesome.
He's awesome. He's about as
Tulsi.
progressive as you get.
All right, so that was Joe Rogan, and I'm speaking about the deplatforming of Andrew Tate and the alternative solutions such as Rumble. I'm looking at Rumble, and I'm like, yeah, sounds like a good alternative. But once it's on a Spotify level where the functionalities work and the apps are on multi-platforms, you have it on your Xbox, you have it on your PlayStation, you have it on your phone, easy to switch back and forth to from YouTube, then it will be more successful and more enticing for other people to get involved in it. So it's beyond just the big name going over there. It's about reach and how you can scale it on your end as a small creator trying to grow over there. So definitely got to look into those alternatives. Blunt Talk with LT, when it comes back, will also be on Rumble. I'm keeping it on all platforms, though. Shout out to Joe and everybody for speaking out. Every large YouTuber or anybody with a platform should be speaking out every time someone gets wrongfully deplatformed. They always put this criminal bullshit on them. Oh, the criminality, he was sex trafficking, he was blah, blah, blah. It's all cap. If he was, he'd be in jail. And if he has a pending investigation, let the pending investigation happen. Plenty of people are on charges and not being deplatformed. It's ridiculous. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. A lot on the way. We out. Yeah. Oh shit, we have a comment. My bad, y'all. I did y'all wrong. He said, remember when Joe Rogan was pro flat earth and then all of a sudden he's very, very anti flat earth? He has definitely been spoken to. I think a lot of people explore the flat earth and then realize, oh, the shit's round, and then they get off of it. I don't know. I don't know if he got spoken to about that one, but it is what it is. We out. Make sure you hit that notification bell to catch all the live shows.